possessions. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road.
There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll take the deep shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
This quarterback part of their running game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Dances away to buy time. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down?
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still looking, on the move. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just a short game.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Throws to the back. The quick out. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
A great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Lee takes to the air. quickly out to the tight end. Across the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past, and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion.
Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Using the quick game. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojan.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Bears the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the 1st down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on 1st-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. He'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders.
Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Pierce. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll go right back to it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make them play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Got his man all by himself. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the tip. Touchdown, USC. He got a step and just dusted the field. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lee to throw. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ohio State offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do. Just go out and execute the offense.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club him a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh, boy, it's kind of the opposite.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Asher. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it, forcing completions like that.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in down the sideline. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go to the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Just keep slinging it. They're working that left side. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in a split backfield. Lee takes to the air. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And the Trojans want to move quickly. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose.
Aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll move the tight end. Snap to the back. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Under fire. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Motion from the wideout. Looking for room. It's Pierce.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, he can go. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Lee to throw. Rush is on him. Wide open downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Harvey. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Lee takes to the air. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To the air on first down. Time to take a shot. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Lewis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for a deep man. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Lee to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they're...
Makes the grab, past the marker. It's a fumble. And the offense falls on the football, but they are short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on downs. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
This time it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
A little release to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for a pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking for a crease to the left. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pierce. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
The Buckeyes are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
I love this by the offensive coordinator because as the game goes along, you see how are they going to line up when we line up in this? What coverage do they like to play? And then you can take advantage. You say, all right, the corner route is open. I'm going to hit it.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got a man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him still on his feet. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. He's looking to pass. Extending the play. He gets across the goal line into the end zone for the 2, and he pushes the lead to 11. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lee takes to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. After the filthy move, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Caught over the middle. It's Prince. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lee to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Ben don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after three. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lee takes to the air. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Snags it down the right side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on first down from the 43. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hauls it in.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Pressure coming. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last completion, it's second down.
He's got 2. Here we go. Set.
Lead a throw. Swings it out to the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prince. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it on the outside. It's Prince. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Hill. He wants to take the top off. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got his man on the outside. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Working the middle. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to find his man in the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Green. He wants a big play here late. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got his man quickly. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Quarterback empties his backfield. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Got a man, it's Prince. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lee takes to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
On the run, it's Pierce. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team.
There he goes. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. Looking to throw. Under fire. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Making side adjustments here. Lee to throw. Here's the pressure. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's going to go down as time has run out. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.